Hello students, welcome to the online biology class, chapter 1, crop production and management, part 1. Under this lesson, we are going to discuss about what are crops, how many types of crops are there, what are the best agricultural implements that are using in the agriculture, and what are the basic steps which are involved in the crop production, and what is meant by animal husbandry. These are the topics that we are going to discuss under this lesson. What are crops? How many types of crops are there? Best agricultural implements, basic steps in crop production and animal husbandry. Let us start our lesson. Why should we know about crop production and management? You might have a doubt when I announced the title of the lesson. You all know that every living organism needs food. For what? Living organisms need food for their survival. We get energy from the food itself. Then where do we get that food? What are the sources of food? We get food from plants and animals, right? What are the sources of food? We get food from either plants or animals. How can we tell this one? We use different types of materials to cook food. For example, pulses, cereals, fruits, vegetables, spices, or some type of eggs, meat, fish, or milk. All these are the food materials that what we use in our daily life. If you see rice, that one comes from plants itself. If you see pulses like Bengal gram, green gram, black gram, red gram, all these also come from plants only. Or fruits and vegetables are the parts of plants only. Or if you see egg, fish, meat, milk, they obtain from the animals. That's why we can tell that every food material which we are using in our daily life, that one either come from plants or animals. So these are the sources of food. Then my question is, if we grow only one plant, can we get complete food what we want in our daily life? No. Or if you rear only one animal in our house, can we get complete food materials what we need in our daily life? No. Then what should we do? We have to increase the production of food material, which comes under crop production. We have to increase the crop production to produce lot amount of food what we need. You all know that day by day population is also increasing. Is it sufficient little amount of food to feed the entire population? We have to increase the crop production to fulfill the requirement of the entire population feeding. Then what should we do to increase the crop production? That is only we are going to discuss under this lesson. First we have to know what is meant by crop. I am telling about crop production. First we have to understand what is meant by crop. Crop means when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. What is meant by crop? When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. For example, if you see one sugarcane crop, all sugarcane plants only there. If you see one paddy field, only paddy plants are there. Or if you see mango crop, only mango trees are there. That means same kind of plants are grown in one large place on a large scale. This is called crop. For example, one mango tree is there, one jasmine plant is there, one rose plant is there, like that one paddy plant is there in one small place. Then is it called a crop? No, that is maybe a garden. Only single varieties of plants are there. That is called garden. Then what is meant by crop here? when plants of same kind, that means same variety of plants that are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. Crops are divided into two types based on seasons. How many types of crops are there? There are two types based on seasons. If you see the first type of crop, Kharif crop, and second one, Rabi crop. Then let us discuss about what is Kharif crop, what is Rabi crop. What is Kharif crop? The crops which are sown in rainy season are called Kharif crops. I told you already, crops are divided into two types based on seasons. Here if you observe, the crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crops. For example, paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut, cotton and some more plants, some more crops can sown in rainy season only. Why? Because these type of crops need more amount of water. They need lot of water for their cultivation. So we should sow these type of plants during rainy season only. These type of crops are called Kharif crops. Now let us come to the second variety of crops, that is nothing but Rabi crop. What are Rabi crops? The crops grown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. If you see the examples, wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed are all the variety of Rabi crops. What are meant by Rabi crops? The crops grown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. For example, wheat, grams, pea, mustard, linseed, etc. comes under Rabi crops. How many types of crops are there? Two types of crops are there. Based on what? Based on seasons. What is the first type of crop? Kharif crops. What is meant by Kharif crop? The crop which is sown in the rainy season. Examples: paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut, cotton, because they need lot of water for their cultivation. That's why we should sow this type of crops in rainy season only. Then second variety of crop is Rabi crops. The crops that are grown during the winter season are called Rabi crops. If you see the examples, wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed, etc. They need less amount of water for their cultivation. Then we can, that's why we sow these type of varieties during winter season also. Now let us discuss about what are the basic practices of crop production. Let us discuss about these basic steps that are involving in one crop production. There are 7 important steps in one crop production. Whatever crop it is, we have to follow all these steps in that crop production. What are those? Preparation of soil, sowing the seeds, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting the crop from weeds, harvesting, storage. These are the 7 basic practices that are involving in one crop production. What are those? Preparation of soil, sowing the seeds, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting the crop from the weeds, harvesting and storage. Now let us discuss about each and every step briefly. Preparation of soil. It is the first step before growing a crop in one crop production, and it is one of the most important tasks in agriculture. By ploughing the soil, we have to turn the soil and loosen the soil particles, which allows the roots of a plant to penetrate deep into the soil particles. By ploughing the soil, we have to loosen the soil particles, and it allows the roots of the plant to penetrate deep into the soil particles. And the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. And you all know that these earthworms and microbes are also called the farmer's best friend, because they add humus to the soil particles, and which helps the crop to grow healthy. And this is the first and foremost step in the crop production, preparation of soil by ploughing the soil. Then let us understand what is meant by ploughing. What is ploughing? The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called ploughing or tilling. Ploughing is also called tilling. Then what is meant by tilling? The process of loosening the soil particles or the turning of the soil particles up and down. It is called ploughing. What is the use of ploughing? It makes the soil particles loosen, which allows the root system of the plant to grow very deep into the soil particles. And this ploughing is done by some agricultural tools, which is nothing but plough. Plough is used for tilling the soil. Look at the picture here. One long shaft is there here, and with one horizontal shaft. One side one sharp blade is there. You might have seen this tool which is used in the agriculture, which is used in the tilling of the soil. It is called plough. Nowadays, some other agricultural implements are also using in the preparation of the soil. Now let us see that some more important implements that are used for ploughing process. These are hoe. It is used for tilling and also removing the unwanted plants from the crop. Look at the pictures here. Different types of hoes which are used for tilling the soil. Nowadays tractors are also used for ploughing. These type of tractors are called with many blades, with many sharp blades, are called cultivator. It is used for ploughing. It is the modern technique in the agriculture to plough the soil. Now let us discuss about second important step in the crop production, that is nothing but sowing the seeds. Before sowing the seeds, we have to select good quality of seeds. This is very important task in sowing the seeds. Along with that, in sowing, we have to place a little amount of soil on the seeds. And along with that, whenever we are sowing the seeds, we have to maintain the planting depth also. We should not sow the seeds very deep into the soil. It should be about 2 to 3 times the size of the seed. We have to maintain the planting depth also. Along with that, very little amount of soil is placed over the seed. And before doing these two, we have to select good quality of seeds, which is very important task. Then, in what way we have to identify which seed is good, which seed is bad, which seed is in healthy condition, which seed is in bad condition. Let us see that. If you do one small activity, we can identify the good quality of seeds. What is that activity? Take a beaker and fill half of the beaker with water and put a handful of seeds, any seed it is, and stir all that seeds with the help of a stirrer and wait for a while. Wait for some time and observe the result. After some time, we observe some of the seeds float on the water and some of the seeds sink in the water. And in what way we identify which are in good condition, which are in bad condition? The seeds which float on the water are damaged. Damaged seeds become hollow and are thus lighter in weight. Therefore, they float on the water. In this way, we identify the damaged seeds in a bulk amount of seeds. And then the seeds which sink in the water are heavier than the lighter ones, are heavier than the damaged ones. That's why they sink in the water. In this way, we identify which are in good condition, which are in bad condition. And the sink seeds are taken away and we have to use for those for sowing the seeds. Then only we will get good quality of production. I hope you have understood the simple activity that we have to do to identify the healthy condition seeds. Now let us discuss about third important step in the crop production, that is nothing but adding manure and fertilizers. What is meant by manure or fertilizer? The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of the plants are called manure and fertilizers. After sowing the seeds, we have to add some more nutrients for the crop for healthy growth of that plants. These extra materials, these substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients are called manure. Let us see the differences between manure and fertilizers. Now let us see the differences between fertilizers and manures. Fertilizers are inorganic salts which are prepared with the help of plant nutrients, and they are prepared in factories. They are manufactured in the factories. Fertilizers do not provide any type of humus to the soil, and they are rich in the minerals like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. If you see the manures are the natural substances obtained from the cattle dung and human waste, and they are prepared in the fields itself. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil, which helps the plant to grow healthily. If you see the manures, they are less richer in plant nutrients like phosphorus and potassium when compared to the fertilizers. What are the differences between fertilizers and manures? Fertilizers are inorganic salts that are prepared from the plant nutrients. In the same way, if you see manures are natural substances obtained from cattle and human wastes. If you see fertilizers, they are prepared in factories. Manures are prepared in fields. Fields means the place where we are growing the crop. Fertilizers do not provide humus to the soil. Manure provides lot of humus to the soil, which is very helpful for the plant growth. Fertilizers are very rich in nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. But in the case of manure, they are less rich in plant nutrients when compared to the fertilizers. These are the three important steps, first 3 steps in the crop production. In the next video, we will discuss about the remaining basic steps which are involving in the crop production. I hope you have understood the first 3 important steps in the crop production. Thank you. Hari Om.